Hello friends, I hope you are doing well. On today's video, I'm going to show you how two PLCs share data. You like one is a controller and the other acts as a I device. Okay, so here is a cropped image from the hardware configuration. As you see, the master looks like this one, and the I device is set like here. Okay, let's do this on our thematic manager. Okay, let's let's create project. Okay, let's create a different project. I'm all the time using the same project. Let's do a different project here. Okay, so the PLC controller. Okay. One acts as the PLC controller, and let's add another one. The other PLC act as a device, PLC device, I device. Okay, so let's insert our station now. Sorry, say under station. So let's say PLC device. Wait, let's configure the hardware configuration. So it's taking time. Okay, sorry. So my PLC is I am module with a CPU. So let's find this one. Great. Drag and drop here. Let's say internet 1 network and the address 0. This one. Okay. Great. Let's change the name to PLC2. Okay. Also the host name, device name PLC2. Great. Let's now configure the iDevice. Double click on the network. Then here is a iDevice. Select this one. We can select also this one. So let's create our inputs. The length is going to be 64. Okay, let's add for the output again, and also the length is 64. The address is 256. Great. Now let's compile. Now we have to create GCD file here. So let's change the name to GCD file. Then create, then install. Great. I don't know what the reason is. It's taking time. Okay, let's wait. Okay. Great. We can save in the compile again. Great. We have almost done for a hardware configuration for PLC device. So let's create for the controller. Let's insert our PLC. Let's say this is the PLC controller. Okay. my CPU is around, let's insert rack here first, and my CPU is 317 to pn to dp. Yeah, this one. So this is 1570, this one. Okay, let's create internet connection here. Internet one. You can name another name, give a name, and let's say this one is the IP is 20. Great. Sorry. So let's insert the iDevice here in the IO, Profinet IO. We have to get on the pre-configured stations. So my CPU, the second CPU is this one. So as you see, it's here. The GSD file is here. So we can drag and drop this one on our network. Great. Coming here, so the IP is also here. The address, you can change the address here as you want, but let me leave for now. I have almost done. Great. Let's compile the other PLC also. Great. So the hardware configuration for both PLC is done. That's great. Let's do the programming now. For the control, okay. To save time, let me create a DB for sending and the receiving. Then I will back for both PLCs. So I created a DB for both PLCs. For example, for PLC controller, I created this one to send the data to the iDevice PLC. So it's parameterized as you see, and total length is around 64 bytes. And I also used created a UDT, so I will explain this later. On my device, I created two DBs, one for sending, the other for receiving. So this again parameterized, not parameterized for receiving, and DB200 is parameterized to send the data to the second PLC. Okay, great. So let's do the hardware configuration, the programming now. Let's start from the controller. Okay, let's send data to PLC, the device. Sorry. Let's to send, we use system function 50. The address is 256. That means 100 in hexa. And let's send the DB 100 starting from 00 bytes 64. Okay, let's put the error on memory word 2. As you see, it looks like meaningless, so we will put some modification later for this one. It must show the name of the DB. Okay, let's also create the, let me add one DB for receiving. Let's 201 received data. So let's open received data. So I'm going to add my UDT right here, 101. This one is total 64 lengths. The length is 64, so it includes integer, real, and a boolean. So let's use this one. Okay, as you see, when we see it brings the UDT data here. So this is one advantage, is it names the name of the DB when we call. Okay, great. So let's open our OB again. Receive data from the PLC device. Okay. To receive system function 40, the address is the same, 256. That's 100 in hexa. Let's put the error code on memory word 4. And then I am going to receive on DB 101, starting from the 00 bytes 64. Okay, as you see, this one is the advantage of the UDT. One of the advantages. When we call DB100, it doesn't give the name, because when we define it, include integer, real, and boolean. So it as it different, so it can't bring this one. So when we put a UDT, it's listed here. Okay, we're done for the control PLC. Let's close this. Then let's program on the device PLC. Okay. Let's receive data from the PLC controller. So to receive, I use system function 40. The address is again the same, memory word 2. Let's put our data on DB201, starting from 00 bytes 64. Okay, so this is again, it's not bringing the name, so you can use the UDT. That's why I call the UDT. Send data to PLC controller. So let's use system function 50, and the address is the same again, 256 in hexa 100. Let's send our DB 200, starting from 00 64 bytes. Let's save our error code on memory word. Great, almost done. That's great. So let's download our program now. Okay. Okay, done for the PLC device. Let's again do for the controller. Okay, one thing that I haven't mentioned, we have to add some OBs, because when the PLC are loading, they are not loading at the same time. One takes long time, the other takes short time. So this, they say it can't reach, and they go to in stop mode. So to solve this, let's add to organization blocks OB86. This is for insertion problem, and OB122 for module failure. So let's add this one for the other PLC again. if you have a doubt on OBS, you can watch my previous videos. I have a playlist on YouTube for OBS, so that will be helpful. Okay, let's add one organization block here also. 122 module failure. Okay, great. Now we can download our program. Okay, great. So I have created for I have downloaded for the device PLC, and let's do for the controller again. Let's download. Let's confirm by this one. Okay. Sorry, it says some fault. Let's do again. I make stop again. Okay. Okay, let's monitor our DB 100. Do I get the data or not? Great. Let's monitor. Great. I get the data from the PLC I device. Okay. Let's do for the second PLC also. The I device. Let's see on DB201. I'm a little bit here quick. So I'm getting the data also from the PLC controller on my PLC device. That's great. Okay. That's great. I have almost done, but let me add one tip that is very useful. Let me open my DB first. Okay. Also, let me open the OBI. So let's arrange vertically, monitor. And so let's monitor this one. So now there are no errors. So let me do one error. Let me stop the other PLC. So you see, it's stopped. It's not sending or receiving data from the second, but the data on my DB is still not changing. So to solve this, let's modify some program on my OBI. So I will back. Okay, let's out of this one. Great. I'm almost done. Let me add one thing here. Okay. If PLC 2 not reachable, flash or fill DB101 0 or make it empty. Okay, so we can use this one. Let's move 0. Okay, let's create one variable here on the temporary. Let's say fill empty, and this one a byte. So we can use this one here. Okay, fail this one. Great. But when going to be happen? When there is an, if the error code is different from 0, we have to flash, or we have to fill the DB empty. And if it is different from 0, so to fill or to copy system function 21. Great. So let's memory word the error code for this block 6. Let's say 6. Let's the DB will be DB101 dot starting from 0 bytes 64. So all data on DB100 will be filled by 0. That's great. That's great. Okay. So let's again do one time. Let's monitor our DB also. Arrange vertically. So let's monitor. Also monitor for this one. Okay. Okay. See, it's still 0 for reading. So let me stop the PLC. The second PLC. You see, this value is different from 0, so the data on our DB101 is empty, 0. When I return, you see, the data is back and this is working good. Okay, this is the tip that what I want to say. So thank you. On today's video, I'm done. Until the next video, have a nice time. If you have a question, you can put on the comment section.